Hi guys, for today, first part of a series of videos about this very particular item. Guys, we have here a laser rangefinder from a Jaguar combat aircraft. It is located in the nose of the aircraft, the chisel-shaped nose of the aircraft. And it must be a rangefinder for targeting weapons, probably. So a bit of background story about this item. I got this from eBay, from a seller who had several of them. It was not very expensive, it was 20 or 40 euros, something like this. But I had some drama about the delivery, because in fact the parcel got exploded at the post office processing center because of the weight of the item. It was not padded in the box, and probably the box was dropped from a conveyor belt, and it was completely a mess. So the staff had to remake a parcel for me around the thing, and it took at least 1 month. But finally I got it, and it is quite a nice item. So here is what it looks like on the side. As you can see, we have a front part here which contains optics, and this main cylinder part at the back containing the laser, of course, and probably receiver and processing electronics. We have on the front, as you can see, 2 lamps, a big one and a smaller one in the middle. But in fact they are just windows, and the lenses are located behind it. Here is what it looked like on the side. So this wire harness here is specifically to connect the front part. In fact, we have a set of optics, motorized optics, and they are lamps mounted with at an angle. So I guess by moving the lamps you can direct the beam as you want. So there are 2 servo motors driving 2 parts of optics. Here is the main unit. It is very strong, and here is what we have at the back. So now we will have a close-up at everything. And then I guess first we will have a look inside this part, because it is the easier one to open. Then I will separate this part with these Allen screws in order to have a better look. Then we will open this part, and it will be probably a few videos about the inside, because there are quite a lot of stuff in it. So for now we will zoom in. So first here is the zoom of the front glass. As you can see, we have 2 windows, but this one is just mounted at a slight angle over the other one. And by the way, we have thorium optics in this. Not very aggressive, but definitely we have radioactive optics. If I put my master one, if I remember correctly, thorium is mostly alpha emitter, so as this is only for gamma, it will not pick up everything. And there is quite a lot of metal around it for now, on the glass, so I will not keep it open a long time when it will be opened. Yes, it is a 70 microserver for now, so it is totally safe. Okay, so on the side here we have the wires going inside the front part, but sadly there are no connectors here, they are pass-through. In fact, going to this part, but we cannot disconnect. So it will be quite a mess because I will have to deal with this wire harness. About this harness, it seems it was repaired here. We have some Teflon around the thing. And about this cable zip ties, they are quite special because they are double locking zip ties. As you can see, once you flip this part like so, it is supposed to lock another time here. So I do not know if they are it came with these zip ties, so probably they are from the workshop who removed the thing. For now I will undo them like so. As you can see, not really a problem. Here is the other one. So it is a perfect use for my special V-shape stands I made to work on cylindrical things. It is really the use for it. One last bit and okay, and no good yet. Okay, so it is good. We will have a look on this. So sorry, it is sideways. It says STTA. It is a French name for aircraft equipment service, I guess. Model number is QLAX-1A. There is a NATO number here, 5895-14-0417-970. Date code of 1974. 3-digit serial number, which I will keep for me. Made by Thomson CSF. Oh, you have a very clear view here of the serial number. So anyway, so there is another plate here. Says type TAV38 and serial number is 231. So quite a low serial number. Now if I flip it this way, it is interesting. So we have a view at the back side. I will zoom. Okay, so as you can see, we have first here it is a grounding connector, a grounding screw. Here a multi-pin connector for low voltage power supply and signal output probably. Here obviously we have a high voltage connector. And here we have what seems to be a port for either filling gas or vacuuming something. If I unscrew this brass cover, it is very tight. But it seems it is inlet for connecting a hose and putting some fluid in it. Not sure, maybe we will find out when taking this thing apart. And this is a total mystery. It seems it is a mechanical connector. As you can see, there is a ball bearing with a ball joint in it. So quite an unusual ball bearing first. In fact, the inner ring of the ball bearing is a ball joint. And I cannot see, maybe there is a shaft broken in it, or there is a key for putting a shaft. And it is supposed to accommodate something mechanical. Not sure. It is mounted in this thing. As you can see on the side, we have brass rings with kind of screws for tightening. So about this back ring here for opening the main drum, it is a threaded ring. So it is loose now, but for loosening it, what I had to do, I took one little bit of metal pin, random thing I had laying around. I did put this like so, and keeping in place with a pair of pliers and tapping gently, it did come loose. But it will be for a later part of the video. Okay, here this connector seems quite the wire harness has some damage. It is written here power supply and nothing else here. You can see where the wire splits in two. There is this nice sleeve around the cables, rubber sleeve to unify them. And it seems here we have EV shielding. As you can see, we can guess the shielding across the insulating. Maybe here, yes, as you can see, the mesh, probably tinned copper here. Okay, so now in the next part of the video I will open this front part and we will have a look at it. Hi guys, next part for the teardown of the laser rangefinder. Today we will open this front part containing the optics and we will have a look at the optics. So here we have Allen screws. By the way, it is quite rare to find Allen screws on aircraft equipment, in particular vintage 60s, 70s vintage aircraft equipment. Most of the time they are flathead, slotted screw. But here we have Allen, and it is very convenient to have ball-ended Allen keys for this, because in the screws back here you need to attack them at an angle. I need to order some Allen screws for replacing bad ones here. Okay. We have some very special washers on the screws here. There are 3 parts watertight washers. Very small, it will be difficult to show you, but we have outer ring, inner ring, and a seal, rubber seal between both rings. Probably very expensive solution. And they are quite pain because they are coming apart when you remove the screw. Okay, one more here. Okay, same washer. Now I need to pull this out. There is a seal. Oh, it was not difficult. Okay, here is the inside. As you can see, machined aluminium here, very nice. And here is what we have, guys. So as you can see, very complicated and fancy optics. We have this main drum containing 2 sets of lands, and as you can see, servo controls here. moving both parts inside. So if I move the camera like so for you, as you can see here we are moving the front part and we are changing an internal angle. In fact the lens act like some kind of prism, and when you move them you change the focusing, the aiming angle probably. So we have two times the same thing, one at the front and one at the rear. Here you can see this part is bolted probably. They are bolted one to another one, the other one, like so, with bolts, but it will not be necessary to remove it, I guess. Here you can see the mechanism, very nice servo control. We have one small synchro motor, it seems, one feedback potentiometer here, and very nice gears. It is connected here with this plug, and it arrives here at the pass-through for the wires. The other one is exactly the same. So here is a little zoom in for you. You can see the very nice work here, by the way. Look at the thickness of this part here, quite incredible. So I wonder if I could maybe separate these two parts in order to see what we have between the two parts. So let me have a look. Okay, this will be totally an experiment. I did never remove this before. So the plug and the grounding wire were quite easy to remove. And now let's see about these bolts, what we have. Yes, they are fairly long bolts, so maybe both parts will come off at the same time. But in fact I am only interested at removing the front one, because I know the rear one we will be able to see the rear side when disconnecting the two body parts. It is 7mm bolts here. Okay, last one. I hope everything will not drop, but yes, everything will drop. So I need to disconnect the second plug here. So as you can see, here we are. So both parts should separate, because I think they are two times the same thing. But in fact, if they do not want to separate, I will not try further. It seems it is just a locking pin, positioning pin. Yes, so nothing to. In fact, they are positioning pins and you need to separate them in a very parallel way. it is not easy. And the thorium lance is throwing radiations at me, so okay, well, let me try to deal with it. I was able to separate both sides, and you can see in fact the angled lance here inside, like so, and the other one like so. So each lance has its serial number, each piece, and they match one to the other one. There are small markings. I do not remember if I did them myself or they are factory. Let's check for thorium on these lances. No, nothing. Nothing. The thorium is back here. Okay, nice. So in fact there are 2 times the same unit. Match one to another. As you can see, really nice. So here at the back, so we have the main output. I guess the small, we have a prism at the middle. So if you can see, some kind of prism here. I guess it is the laser output. And we have the main receiving lens for the receiver. This, the thorium lens, is this one. And you can see the wiring, how it is arranged, going to the pass-through. So very nice and very expensive optics here, by the way, not something you see every day. Everything is mounted on ball bearings, of course, on very thick aluminum parts all the way around. The feedback potentiometers are serial numbered, of course, because spare no expense. Okay, so in the next, so here is a view, one more view of the 2 parts for you. So next step will be to separate these 2 parts, just because it will be easier to deal with this without the EV lens unit. But for now I will reassemble the lenses, so will it be easy or difficult? These 2 parts go like so. In fact they are quite difficult to connect mechanically, because you have to align them very precisely. So I will do it off camera because it will be tricky. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Hi. Today we will have a look at 2 things on the laser rangefinder. First we will have a look at this weird thing at the back, and then we will separate the 2 parts. So about this thing, I figured out that in fact it does nothing particular. So maybe it is just a part of the attachment system to the airframe, because it does not go inside the device. And as it is not obvious how it is attached to the airframe, maybe some kind of clamps or something like this. Not sure if it can be part of the system to attach it, because in fact it is very sturdy, well attached to the body, and you can put some metal rod inside, so maybe it will be attached quite firmly, in fact. It is some maybe some guidance pin for alignment, something like this. Because if I remove the two screws and I give it a little hammering, it comes right off like this. But as you can see, there is nothing. It is a blend hole here. So we'll just have one hole with a ball bearing, ball joint bearing, and the two brass parts inside, which probably can be aligned in some way. If you turn them, they are completely stuck in place. I did try, but nothing moves. And this ring here I cannot remove because it is smashed here, so it will not come also. But apart from that, there is nothing, so it's just be a mechanical fitting. Okay, so I can put it back in place. It has no interest. So there is not a mechanical link wedge going inside the laser rangefinder or something like this, sadly. So let's just screw back in place everything, like so. Okay, now I will separate the two parts. Okay, so excuse me for the difficult lighting today. It is very dark outside and it does not help at all. I did already remove the most difficult to reach screws here at the top. So there are length. This one is loose, by the way. And here you really need a ball on the Allen key. It helps a lot. And in fact we will see nothing new, because in the previous video we did already remove the lance unit. We are just removing it one step further here. Removing Allen screws is always a nice feeling. They are very pleasant to work with. Easy to unlock and quite easy to drive, like so. Okay, so if I remember correctly, this part, now we have some kind of a seal. Is it good for you? Yes. So I just need to pull it gently. Maybe little help way of screwdriver pry bars. Here and here, like so. Now it should come. Not sure it is the proper way to work everything, but anyway, it is going nowhere, so okay, here we are. So now it is separated. So here is the lance unit. with serial number, model number plate, modification number. There is some kind of copper washer here, spring washer. And here is again the two optical parts inside the main unit. As you can see, the prism assembly and the thorium lens here. So this prism assembly, there is some kind of gunk around here, quite weird, rubber, something like this. Some precision mounting adjustment piece here, it seems. Alignment pin here. And it seems we have a threaded ring here around, which maybe could be unscrewed, and it should allow to remove the whole assembly. But I do not think it will be necessary to do it. We will see later. And here is our thorium lens. So hopefully it will not spread thorium everywhere. Radium diodes are quite bad when you open them because of possible dust on the radon release. But here the thorium is a prisoner inside the glass, so it should not be very dangerous. And as you can see, now it is quite hot. Two microsieverts, so it is already 10 times the regular background radiation. 3, I think we will go up to 4 or 5, something like this. Yes, 4 microsieverts, so it is not incredibly high, but I will not put it under my pillow anyway. Okay, so you can see a very nice looking optics. Maybe I will take photos of it for my Flickr. There are already photos of the main unit here on my Flickr. I will link in the video description if I find them. And so here is the main unit. Now it will be much easier to work without this EV unit in the way, because this lens assembly is a good part of the weight in fact of the item. It is as heavy as the other part, half of the weight. No, it is. This nut is not heavy. 3 kilos maybe, something like this. Okay, in the next video we will pop open the cover here and we will have a first look at the insides. So thanks for watching for now. Bye bye. Hi, we continue the teardown of the laser rangefinder. Today you will open this and have a look, first look at the insides. So this ring will just unscrew. As you can see, there is some Teflon washer here. And now this shell is loose. And yes, it is coming right off. So just an aluminium cylinder here, nothing special. Here is the inside. Here are the insides. So, first side for you. You can see wire looms, connector here, some PCB here onto hinge, so it can be flipped open. Some modular thing here with mystery black cylinder. On the other side, we have a PCB here with lot of hybrid modules. So first we will have a look at this. but it will not be necessary to remove the PCB because there's just the metal frame behind it. So as you can see, there is a connector here, so it can be pulled like so, I believe. If you undo these screws, it will pull right off, but it is not necessary. You can see the nice wiring here, wire arrangement. And as you can see, we have a lot of hybrid modules, well, 6 hybrid modules. All are the same, no, not all, so date code are 1974 or 76, made by CIT Alcatel or Sintra. Here are the model numbers, 8273023C and 8273000. Other numbers on these ones, but I do not think we will find anything about them on the web. This one has no marking at all, or the marking was erased. It is not easy to tell. So these two things here, they look like capacitors, but no, they are very, very small relays. They code of 1977 on them. Thomson CSF Paris. It is written on them. They are yes, basic relays, one set of contacts on one coil. Here we have a Texas Instrument chip SN57S00G. Here golden ceramic chip SFC 4121KM. This must be, it must be a quartz. It is written 29.97 MHz on it. Here we have a power transistor, really weird reference, SFC 2109RM, so maybe it is not a transistor, maybe it is a... No, it must be a transistor, there are only 2 pins at the bottom. Here on the right we have an interlock switch, it seems, that will interlock with the cover. Here we have more manufacturer plates, with again the same serial number and modification plate. And here is the other side, so you can see the structural piece here, the single piece of aluminum, die-cast aluminum it seems, going all the way to the back here with this bulkhead on the right with the connectors. So here we have one small PCB with 2 small surface mount chips, SFC 400 PM and SFC 4121 PM. No idea what they are at all. So this little module can be flipped open. You can see the wire loom here going to the other side. There is one little PCB here. Not sure what we have on it. Maybe I can try to remove it. So, if I unscrew, is it the correct size? No, it is the smaller one. This part here should unscrew and flip open, I believe. Yes, like so. Okay, so as you can see, we have in here two modules. It look one terminal board here for wiring purpose, but nothing special, just the wiring here at the back. So it seems we have 2 modules here, And this one may be the laser tube, because I can see some insulated, heavily insulated wire here, so it must be high voltage wire. And this one may be the receiver part, because there is a coax output, obviously. Here we have something, no idea what it is. Is it possible to remove it? One small PCB, it looks like. Not sure what it will do if I remove this screw, but it looks it is for this purpose. So in fact it will just disconnect this connector, and there is a little PCB which is prisoner here. No idea how to remove it. It must be attached to the front plate with a lens. Probably, yes, but I will keep it removed for now. It will be easier to deal with the other parts. So it looks like I can remove these two modules. Then it will allow to have a better look at them, a much better look at them very easily. So it is what I will do now. First I have this connector I can unplug. Two screws, and yes, it disconnects. Some kind of sub-day connector with coax, probably for high voltage. Looks like coax, but there is just one connector in the middle. So in fact they are heavy duty insulators. You can see the wiring made by Canon, ATT Canon. And it seems now I can just unscrew. Let's undo this connector here first. It should come off quite easily. Yes, like so. Put this on the side. So it looks like we have two modules that will come off with the help of Allen screws in the bottom. Is it too big? No, it is the correct size. In fact the screw is loose. This one also, maybe I did already take it apart previously when I received the item and it was not tightened correctly. So will it come off? It should come off. Yes. So here is the first module. So this will be a separate video. And here we have the second one. That will come off like so. It looks like it will disconnect by itself. So by the way, I see no pipes or anything, so the filler plug at the back here must just be for putting inert gas in the thing, because there is no fluid reservoir or anything. So this must be the receiver for it. Yes. So it will be interesting to see what we have inside this. And now we are down to the chassis of the thing, as you can see. aluminum frame. Here we just have some wiring. Yes, all the wiring stuff, the connectors, wire clamps, little terminal PCB. Okay, so it seems I can remove this part with a lens and prism because this ring is loose. So it should be possible to do it. It will allow to have a look at the little PCB and I'll have a look at the rear side of this thing. Here we are. Let me do an index in order to put it back in the correct position. Should be good enough. And now I can pull, yes, and it will come out. The PCB is bigger than expected. So it will be interesting to have a look at it. Seems we have some light pickup with a sensor. Okay, here is the inside now of the thing, and we can have a look all at the back where the connector is. The connectors are on the flippy, the edge, the flipping PCB here. Okay, so now we will have a look at the parts I did remove. Okay, so first this must be the laser unit. As you can see, there is a fan in here. There is this aluminum piece, looks like a motor or something, but it is not clear. Yes, it looks like this part here can move, maybe in one way or another, not sure. There is a little coil in here made by SFIM. Maybe it will be possible to remove it with these Allen screws. Here it is completely enclosed except at the top where we have this PCB. And here at the back of the end we have probably the high voltage wire for the laser. And this piece, which is the laser output window, obviously. Looks like it will be possible to take it apart. So this will be another part of the video. Here is the manufacturer plate. Not sure how far it will be possible to take it apart, but I will try. Here we have the receiver side. You can see very special coated window, coax output, but this will not be easy to remove because it is sealed here with gunk. Here there is some kind of an adjustment, it seems. You can unscrew this ring and you can move something. It seems to be there is a ball joint in this shielding cover here, the connector, manufacturer plate, and PCB here. As you can see, we have a mother PCB with plug-in board, and we have a shielded box here. So maybe I will be able to remove all this and have a look at the shielded box. Not sure where the receiver itself is located. Is it this or is it this? Which electronics will we have here? It will be interesting to find out. For now, this part. So it is here the thorium lens. The laser output here. In fact, how is it set up in the thing? It was like so. Yes, so the laser is this, goes out this by this way. You can see the prism here on the side with a very special shape. And there is this PCB with what seems to be some kind of light sensor here. Probably a photodiode. I see two pins and a golden case around it. So it is the first time ever I remove these screws. Excuse me for the dog scratching his head. In the background it is making noise. Yes, it is coming right off, so no issue here. By the way. Yes, we have some pickup on the side of the prism, and we have this little PCB. Just transistors on this little shielded box. Let me find a screwdriver. I should be able to open it. It was not difficult. Just two screws to unlock, and maybe this little cover will come off. Yes, it is coming off, so it should allow to see which kind of sensor we have in here. As expected. So we have some kind of filter in here, probably for infrared. Yes, infrared will pass through the filter. Interesting. And here is a sensor. It must be a photodiode, but the top is weird. Not sure if it is blown or something. I see some cracks inside. The number is BPY13. They code 1976, so it is a photodiode. And here we just have transistors, so simple amplifier circuit probably. Interesting. I did never open this so far previously, so I am discovering the stuff. Okay, let me reassemble this quickly. So it is probably a high precision sensor. As you can see, it is shielded, double shielded even. With this cute little connector here. Okay, so I will put this back in place. So it does some pickup. It must be. It is optically connected to the prism. So I guess it may be feedback of laser power. Laser output power, something like this. should make sense if there is no other feedback within the laser itself. We will find out anyway. So this is the thorium lens, so I will store it in another room while I work on the thing. I even do not keep my hand in the front of the thing, as you can see. Here we are. Good enough, like so. So here we have a little lens assembly. It can be set precisely, it seems, with set screws. Here the main thorium lens with two rings. Let me measure it now. Yes, it is quite hotter. I think we will go to 6 microsieverts. Lots of vintage commercial optics have a thorium lens inside. I think mostly Minolta optics, Minolta MD optics, all the Japanese optics from the 70s, 60s, 70s. Yes, 9 microsieverts. This must be some fine adjustment for the prism position, probably. And everything is in a die-cast aluminium structural piece. We can see here the back side of the prism, front side. Okay, so in the next video we will have a look inside the laser tube unit. Thanks for watching for now. Hi. Today we continue the teardown of the laser rangefinder with the laser unit by itself. So it seems the laser tube is an helium neon laser. We can see it through the holes here. I can see a glass rod, but it is enclosed in that lower part, and it seems it is locked with set screws, which are completely soaked with Loctite. So it will not be able to remove them, and then it will not be possible to remove the laser tube by itself, sadly enough. First we will remove this end piece here. I did shade a little bit and already remove some screws to save time and know where I am going. So here we have some filter piece and the electrode at the end of the tube, of the laser tube, but removing it does not. You see a rubber ring with a glass lens in the middle. You do not see anything else interesting, so it is not necessary to remove it. Here we have a very thick glass piece. As you can see, there is stuff written on it. Probably special coating on this thing. Rubber O-ring, excuse me. It was not in the frame, so there is numbers written on it. I do not know if it is data about the characteristics of a coating, something like this. Here is mounting. Okay, so I can put this back in place in order to avoid having too much mess. Just 1 second, like so. Okay, other screw. So now the top PCB will be quite easy to remove and will reveal some part of the power supply to the laser tube. It is this one. So look at this, guys. Very cute. We have some high voltage transformer. Looks like some kind of flyback transformer. Here we have corkwood PCB method with a small relay, capacitors. I'm not sure if they are. Yes, we have diodes and capacitors, so maybe it is a voltage multiplier. Here we have some switching transistor or thyristor or something like this, probably to switch the pulses to the laser tube. And here we have a very cute little fan, very nice, as you can see, 26 volts, 400 Hz. So we have 3 wires. Brand is SFMI, postcode 92600 Agnières. It is a city near Paris. And it is a 3-phase fan, by the way. A very cute little fan. So here at the bottom you can see the compartments, and we can guess all at the bottom a glass rod from the laser tube. But there is nothing else to see here. So I can put this back in place. And the most interesting thing will be this part here, but it is really delicate to deal with. Okay, I'm back. So we can now remove this part. So it is very delicate because of the wires which are soldered in place, and as I do not want to unsolder or cut these wires, they are not easy to reach. They have heat shrink around them. I am a little lazy and I prefer avoid such work if possible. Okay, so this will come right off. We have some copper spacers thing. I can pull this off in order to have some free space. So we have something called the type PL3030, serial number 1207, made by SFIM, a famous precision equipment brand in France. So since we have here some coil, some fitting here, and 4 screws which I will remove. Hopefully it will not pop open with a powerful spring and spread parts all over the room, or leak any dangerous fluid as mercury. We never know. But I think not. I think it is, yes, there is something that can move in this. And we have a little optical piece, a little prism. So I think it is a motor actuating a prism to adjust maybe the turn off and on the laser, maybe. Maybe it is the way they pulse the laser. Yes, it is quite delicate. We have a ball bearing here, and we have, look at this, some synchro motor, it seems, or some stepper motor. We have 3 wires going to it, and the rotor piece is this piece. We have a serial number on it. We have a prism here, or mirror, some kind of mirror prism, something like this. We have here probably, yes, a magnet. So the coil here is for picking up the magnet, so it is for the feedback of the actual position of the thing. And here, no magnet here, so just a rotor core. And as you can see, copper windings in here. So it is some kind of motor actuating this this mirror. So maybe it is used for pulsing the laser, as it is helium neon laser. Maybe it is not possible to pulse it electronically fast enough for the purpose. So will it come back together? Yes. Quite delicate, but it is possible. And what do we have else here? Seems we have more. There are capacitors here. 2 capacitors mounted on this plastic piece, and probably going to the laser, the other side of the capacitor. So it must be one side of a laser power supply, and yes, we have a thick insulator cable here, so it must be high voltage cable. Quite interesting. I can see right through the thing, across the laser ruby rod, it seems. Okay, here we have some precision spacers, and we have this thing. I need to put it in position correctly. Oh, was it mounted already? Like so, if I remember correctly. Yes. Okay, so it will be all for this part, as it is not possible to remove the laser tube because of stuck set screws. Anyway, I do not want to start drilling the thing. You cannot even reach the heads of the set screws. They are completely filled with Loctite. So, okay. So it will be all for this part. Next part will be the teardown of the receiver side of the laser rangefinder. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. Hi guys, so today we have a look at the last part from the laser rangefinder. So obviously it is the receiver side of it. We did already have a first look in the previous video. So the goal today will be to remove this PCB and try to have a look at the shielded box here, which I did never have access to for now, which may contain some receiver array. It is just connected with 2 times 2 wires. I did already unsolder them in prevision of the disassembly. So first about this So we have a thing here which is coated with gunk. It is a 2 wires device, so I guess it may be a photo cell or photodiode. Let's see if I can test it with my component tester, if it gives any result or not. On this PCB we'll just have one resistor, one diode and one little toroidal transformer. Not much. So what do we have? Yes, it is testing like a resistor. So let me see if I can find some light. Not here, not sure where is my light. But in fact, if I shine a light into this thing, will it make a change or not to the value? I can try like so. It is not very easy. It should be good. So we are testing no, the same value. So maybe in fact I am testing this resistor here, not the device itself. It may require some unsoldering. Yes, it is the value of this resistor. In fact, it is probably in parallel with the device. So I will maybe unsolder this later, and we will have a look. So for now, I turn off this light. For now, we will so this part here. I did loosen a little bit this ring, and it seems now I can move this part. So there is some kind of a ball joint. So it must be for aiming precisely an optical piece inside. We will probably see it better when I open the box here and remove the PCBs. So there is a shielding cover here, and by the way, this screw is not the correct size. I need to replace it with a proper one. Okay, here is just the cover. So as you can see, we have two PCBs in it with shielding in the middle, and again the box. So it seems this metal box is attached with set screws. Luckily these ones are not stuck, so I will be able to remove them. So if I pull here, first PCB, this little interconnect piece are used. We have a bunch of round ICs, SFC 2723M, made by Thomson CSF. We have some probably precision resistors here, the 2N something 2905 transistor. One more round IC, and this ceramic body IC, SFC 5517 AGM. Can you see it? Yes, I think so. Probably an obscure device. The trim pot here, and you can see quite thick conformal coating. Okay, the second one, I think it will pull off like so. Yes. So here we have SN5517AG. So it is the same number as the other one. Some secret secret box here, date code 76. Not sure what it is. It is a 3-pins device, so maybe it is a delay line, something like this. One more round IC here, made by TI, this one. It is written on it 52733L. And then some nice capacitors. Serial number on the PCB. Okay, so here on the bottom we have capacitors. This one seems quite weird and sad, maybe. Promisic is the brand. And one diode here, some resistors. Okay, so now it seems that for removing this box I need to remove this PCB assembly. So let me do some disassembly. Okay, so I did unscrew stuff and now I can remove this PCB with little clamps, as you can see, very little pieces, probably very expensive to manufacture, they are in aluminium. So here in the middle there is a shielding PCB. We have a better view now on the capacitor and the military kind multi-pin connector. Okay, now I can try to remove this box. I have 3 set screws. So it may just be a matter of loosening the screws. Up. Could be enough. And yes, it is coming off. So we have this box with in the middle what seems to be a diode, in fact, little photodiode with no glass cover on it. And here we have all at the bottom, so if you can see it. Yes, we have an optical, like so maybe. We have an optical piece that can move around. We set up, yes, it is a little ball with lens inside. As you can see, it can be turned completely and set very precisely, apparently. So this is interesting. And we have this little poking tube here with what seems to be a glass piece at the end. So I guess it is a light pickup going to this device with some piece of optical conduit, optical fiber or something like so. So really interesting. And here we have this side, the window is very opaque to visible light. Maybe I can try as yesterday with my remote, if it fits inside. It is not easy, like so. No, it is not easy because the thing is very deep, so. Okay, so it is one of a kind device. So now, the most interesting, this little box with the very small device here. Here it is absolutely the first time I open it. No clue of what I will find inside. There is some EMI gasket here. Gasket material. And the 2 wires two pairs of wires. Okay, so let's be quite delicate. Yes, as expected, I need to drive these wires through the holes. It will be a pain to put them back in place, by the way. And here is what we have. Little PCB. With the special item. Not sure if I can remove it, but anyway. Yes, it may be possible. Let me undo these two screws here. Not sure if it will come or not. Yes. So we can have a detailed look at it. It will be very fun to put all this together, by the way. Yes, here we are. So we have this part with this mounting piece stuck in place with a nut here, some fiber material washer, and we have this device. There are numbers on it, but they are halfway erased, so I cannot tell anything about them. On the PCB just have transistors on passive parts. It is a 3-pin device, and one little clip die on this side. Maybe I can try to use a magnifier for you, and we can try to have a better look at it, but not sure if it would be really easy, like so. As you can see, there is one little chip die in this box. So I was expecting to find some kind of XY array with several sensors, but no, it is just a receiver, a photo transistor probably. So everything is set very precisely in order to be able to pick up the signal from the laser. In fact, the signal is from the pulse from the laser is reflected onto the target and comes back to this piece to be measured. They measure the delay probably between the pulse and the return of the light, and it allows to know the distance of the target. Okay, so I guess it is all for this teardown, guys. Here are the parts of the thing. I will probably spend some time to put it back together. In particular, route these wires through the holes. It will be fun. So I hope you did enjoy this teardown of a laser rangefinder. I do not know yet what will be the next item, but I have a few more to show anyway, so no worries about this. Thanks for watching for now. Bye bye.